Hearing number 8169. This hearing, number 8169, is being conducted pursuant to Chapter 8.24 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis. The applicant, Soma Therapeutic Massage, CO Troy Scaife, is proposing to operate a massage establishment at 2260 South Compton. Due to the nature of the business, the applicant is required to hold a license issued pursuant to Chapter 8.24 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis. As outlined in Section 8.24 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis, the Board of Public Service may approve issuance of a license following a hearing if all the requirements for a massage establishment are met, unless they find: A, the operation as proposed by the applicant, if permitted, would not have complied with all the applicable laws, including but not limited to the building, health, city planning, housing, zoning, and fire codes of the city. In making the investigation, the Health Commissioner is authorized to require satisfactory proof that the applicant and the employees thereof are free from communicable diseases and may, from time to time, require the applicant and attendants to submit to physical examinations and satisfactory laboratory examinations by the Health Commissioner during the period of the license. B, the applicant and any other person who will be directly engaged in the management and operation of a massage establishment has been convicted of 1, a felony not involving sexual misconduct with children, obscenity, keeping or residing in a house of ill fame, solicitation of lewd or unlawful act, prostitution, or pandering. 2, an offense involving sexual misconduct with children. 3, obscenity, keeping or residing in a house of ill fame, solicitation of a lewd or unlawful act, prostitution, or pandering. The Board of Public Service, in its discretion, may authorize issuance of a license to any person convicted of any of the crimes in subsection B1 if it finds that the conviction occurred at least 3 years prior to the date of the application and the applicant has had no subsequent convictions. The Board of Public Service has in its possession the following documents, which are being introduced into evidence. Item 1, a certified copy of Chapter 8.24 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis. Item 2, a completed application for a massage establishment license for 2260 South Compton, including but not limited to: A, a plat and petition of consent for 2260 South Compton submitted by the applicant. B, applicant's police record check and fingerprints. Item 3, a memorandum from the zoning inspector finding the plat and petition of consent for 2260 South Compton to be in due form. Item 4, a letter from the interim director of health stating that the community sanitation staff inspected the facility at 2260 South Compton and found no evidence of health code violations. Issuance of a BPS license for a massage establishment was recommended. Item 5, a copy of an inspection report from the City of St. Louis Division of Health stating that no environmental or sanitation violations were found at the time of the inspection. Item 6, a copy of the Fire Code Compliance Certificate issued by the Fire Marshal of the City of St. Louis to Sonoma Therapeutic for 2260 South Compton. Item 7, a copy of the Certificate of Occupancy and Zoning issued to Sonoma Therapeutic Massage for 2260 South Compton. Item 8, a copy of the Conditional Use Permit number 120956 issued to Soma Therapeutic to occupy 2260 South Compton as a therapeutic massage business, subject to certain conditions. Item 9, copies of public notices for this BPS hearing. Item 10, copies of the letter sent to the Secretary of BPS notifying the applicant of this BPS hearing. Item 11, a copy of the Missouri Massage Therapist license for Troy Scaife. Item 12, a copy of the Missouri Massage Therapy Business License for Soma Therapeutic Massage LLC. Item 13, a letter in support of the application from the Compton Heights Neighborhood Betterment Association. Item 14, an email in support of the application from Alderwoman Phyllis Young. The board will swear in and hear from the representatives of city departments, followed by the applicant and those in support of the application. The board will then allow those in opposition, if any, to address the board. The testimony is being recorded. When you come forward, please state your name and address and be sworn in. As you testify, please direct your comments to the board, not to the audience. Members of the audience are asked to remain silent and not coach the witness. During your testimony, members of the board may have questions for you. Following this hearing, the board will proceed with its regular agenda. Following the conclusion of the regular agenda, the board will deliberate, discuss, and vote on hearing number 8169. City Representative, Department of Health. If present, please step forward and be sworn in.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Would you state your name for the board, please?
Anthony Elliott.
Did you perform the inspection of the proposed massage establishment located at 2260 South Compton?
Yes, sir. On or around September 23rd.
Okay. Did you determine that the proposed massage establishment complies with all applicable health and safety laws and regulations as promulgated by the Director of Health?
Yes, it does.
Is it your recommendation that the license be issued to the applicant to operate a massage establishment at this location?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay. Does the board have any other questions? Okay. Thank you very much. All right. The City Representative, Division of Building and Inspection Zoning Section, please step forward and be sworn in.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name for the board, please.
Robert Gordy.
Did you review the completed plat and neighborhood consent petition submitted by the applicant for the proposed massage establishment located at 2260 South Compton?
No, I did not. I can only testify that the zoning inspector has submitted a report to this board stating the summary of her inspection of that petition application and signature verification. And I believe that's in the matter of the record there.
Okay.
I apologize she was not able to attend today's meeting.
So is it your recommendation that a license be issued to the applicant for this facility?
Definitely. He's also gone through a conditional use hearing, and that went very well in his favor, so I would recommend that support.
Okay. Does the board have any further questions? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the board asks the applicant to please come forward at this time and be sworn in.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Would you state your name for the board, please?
Royce Scaife.
How many employees, if any, will you have at this establishment?
Just myself.
Okay. And do any of the masseuses or masseurs have their Missouri State massage therapist license?
I do.
Okay. Have you completed a police record check for the purpose of this application?
I have.
Okay. What were the results?
Nothing found, no history.
Okay. Have you read and will you be able to comply with all the provisions of Chapter 8.24 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis?
I have read the paperwork that was submitted to me, yes.
And specifically, you understand that as the operator of this establishment, you are at all times responsible for orderly conduct of the establishment and the acts of any agents, servants, employees, and the operation of the establishment?
That is correct.
Okay. You understand that every portion of the proposed massage establishment shall be kept clean and operated in a sanitary manner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And will you be able to comply with all of the operating regulations as stated in 8.24.130 of the revised code?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does the board have any further questions for the applicant? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. At this time, is there anyone in support of the proposed establishment who would wish to testify? If so, please step forward and be sworn in. Okay. Is there anyone in opposition to the proposed establishment who wishes to testify? If so, please step forward and be sworn in. Seeing none? All right. The matter concerning hearing number 8169 is now closed and submitted. The board will deliberate the matter following the remaining agenda items. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is not present. Director Walterman?
Present.
Director Best is not present. Director Rice Walker?
Present.
Director Gray?
Present.
And President Bradley.
Here. We have a quorum. We'll call the meeting to order.
From the President, preliminary approval for letting number 8562 roadway improvements, Skinker Boulevard and Oakland Avenue. Contract and bond for letting number 8558 Carondelet Park ADA upgrade to Comfort Station. Addendum number 1 to plans and specs for letting number 8565 Kings Highway Bridge construction. The board declares as emergency action work for O'Fallon Park ADA upgrade to picnic area number 4 Comfort Station. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as emergency action vacuum filter media from 2 filter units at the Howard Bend Water Treatment Plant. Recommends approval. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Zayo Group to bore from North 16th Street 80 feet west on Washington Avenue to expose and access damaged existing ducts. New inner ducts will be coupled to the existing inner ducts. This is an amendment to permit number 120778. Southwestern Bell Telephone Company, doing business as AT&T Missouri. Starting at the front of 1224 Grattan, bore and place 1 2-inch poly pipe with fiber cable inside, going south 4 feet off edge of pavement for 346 feet crossing Park, staying 1 feet off edge of pavement for another 516 feet turning east to Carroll Street, 1 feet behind, etc. Windstream KDL, excuse me, board to place 1.25-inch ducts with a 144 count fiber from an existing AT&T manhole to a new 30-inch by 48-inch by 36-inch handhole to be placed at 11th and Lynch. Total right-of-way footage is approximately 65 feet. And Level 3 Communications LLC to bore 300 feet of pavement along the north side of Delmar and along the west side of Hamilton to the center of the alley north of Delmar and west of Hamilton, and remove and restore 120 square feet of asphalt and install 3 1.25 conduits equipped with the fiber, etc. From the Director of Public Utilities and Public Safety, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions. 1312 LLC and Northside Regeneration LLC to subdivide land at 1312 Hanley, 1408, 1414, 1428 rear, and 1450 North 13th, and 1196 rear, and 1198 rear, and 1200 rear Cass in City Block 576. And Midtown City Development LLC to subdivide land at 3018 Magnolia in City Block 6071. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. Now we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board. I'm Bob Gordy, zoning plan examiner, and I'll be representing the building commissioner at today's hearing. Per Board Order 766, transmitted herewith are recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval is recommended for 1 application, and that's 282 North Skinker, and approval with conditions is recommended for 7 applications. 6329 Virginia, 5745 Chamberlain, 4300 Warney, 9053 Riverview, 4611 Mackland, 2400 through 04 North Sarah, and 5800 Natural Bridge. I request that these recommendations be approved as submitted.
Any questions from the board on the conditional uses? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is not present. Director Waltman.
Aye.
Director Best is excused. Director Rice Walker.
Aye.
Director Gray.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. Approved. Hearing number 8169, Soma Therapeutic Massage. I will take a motion, please.
Move to approve.
Second.
Is there any discussion on the hearing? Seeing none, it's been motioned and seconded. Call for use of previous roll. Is there any objection to use of previous roll? Seeing none, approved. Motion to accept the agenda, please.
So moved. Second. Previous roll.
Been motioned and seconded to accept the agenda and call for use of previous roll. Any objection to the use of previous roll? Seeing none, approved. Motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.